Unique Women's Coalition and its founder, Queen Chella, strive to create safe and nurturing spaces for trans people. For over 30 years, Unique Women's Coalition has trained, housed, nursed, counseled, and protected individuals, far too often the targets of hate and violence.
Unique Women's Coalition, it was founded really as a direct response of just our need to have space, to have some collective energy, just to be able to share space with one another, to um, have a meal.
It was during a conversation after a quickly organized Thanksgiving dinner that the idea and the pressing need for the Unique Women's Coalition was realized.
It was about 9 o'clock in the evening, and we pulled our community members off of those that were sort of hanging out or maybe engaged in um, survival sex work at that time. We just sort of pulled them off at the corner and say, hey, come spend some time with us. Do you want a hot meal, hot coffee? And so everyone enjoyed themselves. It was just a sense of enjoyment and appreciation. And so it was that moment that we decided that we were going to do this next year. And even at that point, we were like, we should call it Transgiving. And so Transgiving was born, right? And so that was Transgiving was our very first effort as an organization, which our organization was sort of ignited to address creating a safe space that looked like us and that was for us and by us. And so that's how we started.
Unique Women's Coalition marches and advocates for greater protection against violence towards trans people. Queen Chella's personal mission is to educate society and help all understand the value that we can tap into and possess.
Historically, we are being murdered, at high rates. 45, 44 members are siblings each year. That's devastating. That's literally like having an entire sports team just murdered. We want to bring more visibility to what happens. We want to let our siblings know what areas are dangerous. We want to talk with our allies. We want to turn our allies into accomplices. It's important that we create a level of visibility that creates a level of education and understanding. We all want to live in this world, but we have to find ways to coexist.
We salute Queen Chella and Unique Women's Coalition and join them as accomplices in the fight to end transphobia and violence against trans people.
I am Queen Shayla. Living my truth is being an example, not only for me, but to my siblings that come behind me, that we can be anything that we choose to be.
All right, y'all gonna have to give us a little more. After all, we are talking about 25 years of service, right? So firstly, I'd like to start by expressing my deep gratitude and thanks for this award. Thank you to Scott and to Vincent and your entire team at Better Brothers LA. To the amazing Shirley Ralph, thank you for continuing to be a proponent to the queer and trans community that you have been. I come from a legacy and tradition where services for LGBT people were made possible by Black and brown transgender women who pushed couches and tables aside in their living rooms, their studio apartments in order to provide space for support groups, who fed the kids with dollars earned from walking long nights on the stroll, who recognized an unmet need for all of our people, and by hook or crook, mobilized to make it happen. Black and brown transgender women are responsible for sparking the fire that led to gay liberation. Hello, somebody. A liberation currently enjoyed today by many, but not all. Hell, not even by most of us, it's quiet as kept. We applaud the strength and the resilience that continues in the form of trans women of color turning 10 cents into $1 to take care of the society, the folks that society has forgotten, whose right to exist is constantly invalidated. And we leave them to continue to do so much without asking, what can I do to honor the legacy that trans women of color paved for me in our collective fight for liberation? I've been doing my best to make transcestors proud by continuing on in their legacy, going into my 26th year as Unique Women's Coalition. And 30 in my own personal visibility as Queen Shayla Demure. Overall, this honor feels like a win, but not only for me, for my family who have joined me here, and for the many family members that we have out there that we come in contact and impact every day. And mostly, my mentor and mother figure, the late but eternal Kelly Trombaco. And to all those who fought so I might know peace and freedom. Thank you, and in closing, I leave you with the words of Fannie Lou Hamer: nobody is free until everybody is free. Thank you.